Welcome to StackGain, your source for the biggest AI shifts, powerful tools, and hidden trends shaping the future. Companies thought they found the perfect shortcut: replace humans with AI. Faster work, lower costs, zero complaints. So companies like Klarna, IBM, and even McDonald's made a bold move: cut people, trust machines. And for a moment, it worked. Costs dropped, efficiency soared, everything looked like the future. But then customers got frustrated, systems made bizarre mistakes, and companies started realizing something critical. AI could do the work, but it couldn't understand it. So the same companies that replaced humans are now quietly bringing them back. The rise of artificial intelligence promised something irresistible to businesses: efficiency without limits. Machines that could work 24 hours a day, never ask for a salary, and process information at a speed no human could match. Executives saw an opportunity. Why pay teams of employees when a single AI system could do the job? It was not just a technological shift, it was a financial one. Labor costs could be slashed, productivity could skyrocket, and companies could move faster than ever before. But in their rush to embrace this new reality, many overlooked a critical truth. AI was powerful, but it wasn't perfect. One of the most widely discussed examples came from the Swedish fintech company Klarna. At the height of the AI wave, Klarna made a dramatic move. It laid off around 700 employees and replaced much of its customer service operations with artificial intelligence. The company proudly positioned itself as AI first, signaling a future where machines handled the majority of its workload. At first, the results seemed impressive. The AI system handled millions of interactions, reduced costs, and operated at scale. It was everything the company had hoped for. But something was missing. Customers began to complain. Issues weren't being resolved properly. Conversations felt robotic. Complex problems confused the system. The efficiency came at a cost, and that cost was quality. Eventually, Klarna's leadership admitted the mistake. The company began rehiring human workers, acknowledging that relying too heavily on AI had reduced customer satisfaction and damaged the overall experience. It was a rare public reversal, and it wouldn't be the last. The same pattern began to appear in other industries. In fast food, one of the world's most recognizable brands, McDonald's, experimented with AI-powered drive-thru systems. The goal was simple: replace human workers taking orders with automated voice systems. But the results quickly became a spectacle. Customers recorded videos of the AI making bizarre mistakes, adding items that were never ordered, misunderstanding simple requests, and failing to process basic conversations. The system struggled with accents, background noise, and natural speech patterns. What was meant to improve speed ended up slowing everything down. Instead of convenience, customers experienced confusion. Eventually, the company shut down the experiment. The technology wasn't ready. These failures revealed a deeper issue, one that went beyond technical limitations. AI lacked something fundamental. It lacked understanding. In customer service, this gap became especially obvious. Human agents don't just answer questions, they interpret tone, manage emotions, and adapt to unpredictable situations. They understand frustration, urgency, and nuance. AI, by contrast, operates on patterns. It can respond quickly, but it doesn't truly understand what it's saying. And when faced with situations outside its training data, it struggles. This disconnect often leads to frustration. Customers feel unheard, problems remain unresolved, and trust begins to erode. For companies that rely on customer relationships, this can be devastating. The issue wasn't limited to customer service. In the tech industry, companies that attempted to automate internal processes discovered similar problems. IBM, for example, introduced AI systems to handle human resources tasks reducing the need for staff in certain roles. Thousands of positions were affected as automation took over routine workflows. But over time, the company realized that AI struggled with tasks requiring judgment, empathy, and decision-making. As a result, it had to reinvest in human roles, effectively reversing part of its automation strategy. The lesson was becoming clear. AI could assist, but it could not fully replace. Even in creative industries, where AI was expected to excel, the results were mixed. Language learning platform Duolingo attempted to reduce its reliance on human writers and translators by shifting toward AI-generated content. Initially, this move promised scalability and efficiency. But users began to notice a decline in quality. Lessons felt repetitive. Content lacked cultural nuance. The human touch, the element that made learning engaging, was missing. Backlash followed. The company was forced to rethink its approach and reintroduce human involvement. What seemed like progress had, in some ways, set them back. Behind these individual cases lies a broader trend. Many companies rushed into AI adoption not because the technology was fully ready, but because they feared being left behind. Artificial intelligence became a competitive pressure. If one company adopted it, others felt they had to follow. This created a cycle of rapid implementation, often without fully understanding the consequences. And in many cases, the results were disappointing. Studies suggest that a significant percentage of AI projects fail to deliver the expected financial returns. In fact, some estimates indicate that up to 95% of corporate AI rollouts fall short of expectations. The gap between promise and reality is still wide. One of the biggest misconceptions driving this trend is the idea that AI can completely replace human work. In reality, AI is best suited for specific types of tasks. Repetitive processes, data analysis, pattern recognition, these are areas where machines excel. But when it comes to creativity, emotional intelligence, complex decision-making, humans still have the advantage. The companies that failed were often those that ignored this distinction. There is also a psychological factor at play. For executives, AI represents innovation. It signals progress, modernity, and competitiveness. Announcing AI adoption can boost investor confidence and generate media attention. But behind the headlines, the reality is often more complicated. Implementing AI is not just about technology, it's about integration. It requires changes in workflows, training, and organizational structure. Without careful planning, these changes can create more problems than they solve. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Instagram at Join Telegram Group. Comment your opinion below. Like the video. Ektrition Siktoru.